This week I do a hydro track with the Kobelco and I give Graeme his Christmas present. I'm the Dairy Girl, this is episode 46. Let's go. Monday morning, and this morning I am heading away with the Kobelco, and that's been loaded on there since last week. I'm taking it to a job that I looked at last week as well, just over 200 metres of hydro track for a cable. Let's hope this lorry starts. It didn't start for me last week when I was at that job, so fingers crossed it'll be alright now. Weird, no bother. Right, so first things first, it's going to go and drop my Kobelco off at this site, so let's go and get that done before we moved on to the next job. It's just up here I'm going. You might remember this horrible junction from before. Gotta get it right. So that's the road back up there that I'm going. At least the column branches down. I did do this road originally. There was a ditch down here and this road lasted years, but recently they came and put a high, there's two big cables in here, electrical cables now, and I've just completely lost all the shapes. The road's flat, there's no ditch to it, and there's pothole, it's just ruined now. So this is a house site we done back in 2022, when I had the HX 220 on demo. So this is where I'm coming to do the hydro cable. I'm going to drop the machine off up at the house, but the cable track starts further up here. I'm going to leave it on here because it's who we're doing it for, and I know I can just traverse in there and drop the machine in there. Do you know what, I'm just going to take it off in the flat bit of road here, and I'll just track it down into that bit. Throw the buckets to the side, it'll be grand. Oof, that's wild. Ah, my life. Well, that's obviously why the battery was draining the other day. Something to do with this, because now there's no power going to this. Well, I was just standing here contemplating what to do with life right now. Can you hear that? That buzzing noise, it just came back on itself. That was just pure luck. Now let's get this bloody machine off. Somebody was watching over me there. Obviously faulty. Something's not right there. That's clearly a problem to the battery though. These are the most stupid little buttons. Like something like that being with muck and stuff is never going to last, and even all the salt and shit off the road. Right, let's get this machine off now. God, look at all that rain we must have had over the weekend. The bucket. Oh, there we go. One off. Now next stop is to go and get my Kubota. It's at the yard where it was at last week, so I'll go and pick that up now. I don't know who done that big bell mouth, but they're pretty bloody good. Look at that. came to the yard and it's quite quiet. It's a Monday morning-ish, so everyone's away out. I'm going to take full advantage of this and wash the cab. This cab is disgusting. The top of it is like green. We're never near like a steam power washer with soap, so I'm just going to take full advantage and wash the cab off just now. There we are, that's it all nice and clean now. And just in queue, because here comes a lorry with a pod, so I'll get a better shift out the way. Now it's time to get my own girl on here and out of here. We could really have done with getting this another clean as well. Why is it steamed up in there? Have I left a window open or what? Maybe just because I was wetting it the other day. That's us all done. Remember, I have to tuck the boom right down for the low bridge I'm going over, so that's why it's like that. Oh, what a mess. Well, that's my Monday all over with. Lorry's looking well, nice and clean. Machine's where they should be, and yeah, that's me done. Fall walking like this. So where I live, you obviously have seen on my channels, there are loads of low bridges. I've just been on my way home and met a curtainsider who unfortunately has came up to a low bridge. Yes, it's his own fault because there's signs and stuff like that, but when you're not familiar with the area, you can soon drive past a sign. There's been roads closed today because there's a lorry jackknifed, so I'm just going on the other side of the road to try and warn people that he's reversing back. He's got to reverse back about a mile. His English is very poor, but we got there and I told him where he would have to go to get turned and then go around the long way to get where he needs to go. It's all about helping. I wouldn't like to be stuck in that situation on somewhere I didn't know. Now, because I know the road and the guy's struggling, I just said I'd jump and reverse it back for him. The road Bennett will see how we get on. There we are, I got him back into a lay-by and met him. He's really, really grateful for my helping, and I feel like I've done my good deed for the day because it's not nice. So he's in a lay-by for tonight because it's starting to get dark and there's too much lights and cars, it's too busy. I told him to try again in the morning, so we just put him into a lay-by off the road. So yeah, that's me all done for the day now. We're on Tuesday morning and we're on our last run before Christmas. I guess this is the only stuff that's going to get delivered before Christmas. It's the 19th today, so it's given plenty of time to get there. And then I guess anything else after here is just not going to make it in time for Christmas. But anyway, let's go and get all these posted. So today's job should be simple. It should just be a track going in here to the hydro cable, the connection, which is 220 roughly metres that way. Probably about 200 metres, not including this bit here. But as you can see, it's a very steep gradient here, so what I'm going to have to do is make basically a track the whole way along to there before we can dig up and put the duct in for the hydro cable. It's not ideal. This is the shortest distance up here, and there is two main power lines underground there, so they want me staying away from there. So I'm going to go over the hill. I'm fingers crossed I don't hit rock. I know I'm not far away from it. I hope it's just all that kind of sandy material. I know I'm not far away from it because we done this house site, and round the back there it was solid rock. There's a big rock face there. So I'm hoping that I don't hit rock, but there is rock about, so I'll just have to play it by ear and see how I get on. So what I'm going to do is, first of all, I'm not going to try and save it's just the turf and stuff. I'll just put it down to the bottom and make a wee road to sit in the whole way along. It's going to have to be pretty wide whatever this is, 3-4 meters, something like that. So let's get digging and see how I get on. That's not feeling good. That fell off a bit of rock there. So what I usually do is just take the turf off like that, and then as you can see, this is good material. It's good material if it's dry. If it starts raining, then it'll probably go to mush to start with. But that's what that whole house site was like there, apart from the back end being rock. That's what the road and all that was built on, and then it was capped with rock. If it's hard to dig, usually means it's good material. Once it gets sorted a little bit more level, I'll be able to make it a little bit more wider just to sit on. It's just with these pallets there, I can't really do much there. So when it's sitting on a large like hill like that, it's always good to camber it in the way as well, so a little bit more on this side, so it's sitting like that. You'd rather be going in towards the cut rather than cambering out towards the hill, what I'm doing just now. This track will be getting backfilled as well, so it's not as if it needs to be really, really tidy. It's just enough to get the machine along, and then for the boys to get along to pull the cable. They're wanting us to sand it all, but we're going to put ducts in. This stuff's really good for backfilling it anyway, but we're going to put ducts in just because to get 40 tonne of sand along here to put in it, you'd be impossible. Well, nothing's impossible, but it would take a hell of a lot of time and effort. So far I've got on pretty good. The ground has been pretty good, gravelly ground, but now that I'm going down a little bit here, it's starting to get a bit iffier. I'm just going along to that white pipe, you can see the distance going along there, so I'm going to have to drop it down a little bit to miss that tree line too. But because it's not so steep here, it doesn't have to be too good anyway, so I'll probably just take the turf off one side and sit the turf going along this bit. I'm just a bit cautious because this bit's all been dug up before, and that is where the overhead cables used to be, so there's also been some digging in there, so I'll stay away from that area too in case the cables are in there. They're actually right in the verge there somewhere, so better sticking up here. There is a BT cable up here somewhere too, but it won't be this high up. I'd imagine it's just going to be on the verge too. Letting that be off it there, there's a lot of water coming down the hill, so instead of going all the way along the track, we'll let it go there. That's me all done for the day. I've done pretty far. I'm probably like 20 metres from where I need to be. Luckily it's good ground the whole way, and it means we can get it duct along there and pull the cable along as well for the boys. So we'll be back here again tomorrow. Wednesday morning and I've been throwing out my machine. I'm not going to lie, I'm not that bothered because look at the day out there. It is miserable. Arthur, that's another guy who works for us, he is in the machine what I was doing yesterday. He finished his job when the rock breaking out in the Takuchi. So he's on that machine. I'm in here to catch up with some paperwork. But then this afternoon, it's looking like we're going to have to get the skins on and we're going to be putting that duct in. I think that's the plan, but honestly the weather out there is horrific. So I'm just going to make the most of being in here just now with the heater. And then, yeah, I'll be out there later on. I am all back out now in this horrible weather. Arthur's continued that along there. But all the ducts here ready to get put in, so we're just going to go for now. We've wrapped up, get the ducts in, and yeah, getting back filled as we go because it's all falling in with the rain. You all just think I sit in the digging all day, don't do much manual work. I do, I just struggle to film when I'm doing it. Absolutely manky, soaking, covered in mud. But we move. Must be about 200 now meters of ducting we put in. Whew. What a day for it. That's it. Oh. Wind is so bad too. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love doing stuff like this. This is where I started. I didn't start just jumping right into the machine. Dad made me do all this shit first. Which I think is a good thing, because then you're learning about it all and not just sitting in there nice and dry and clean. Although that digger's minging now where I've had to jump in when I'm like that. Really up here, toilet Dad before today. Back here? No. With the earring ripped out. Last one. So this is where we've got to already. Oh man, it's absolutely awful out there. Everything's just going to mush. I'm just going to go back and backfill it now bit by bit because it's just a nightmare. Put the water everywhere. Why we're doing it this way and not digging the trench in is because it's all getting reinstated back into the full hill. So the way it is now, it's going to be buried about, I'd say 1500, but 1.5 to 2 meters it's going to be covered when it's all reinstated and backfilled. It's got to go back into the hillside, so it's going to be pretty deep track at that. finish that last little bit. I've got to go get the kids. Well, one of them, one's been sent home unwell, so my mum kindly picked him up. So, back home to get them now. See you tomorrow. It's Thursday and I'm back with Arthur. He's done all the way, the ducts in all the way. We're just doing round the front of the house now, but there's some scaffolding and that in the way. Doesn't matter what house site you go to, there's always something lying in the way. So we can only do what we can do until they come and take that down. We'll turn our hands to most things, but I'm putting my foot down saying I'm not taking scaffolding down, that's somebody else's problem. Just in case we do any damage, then it doesn't come back to us. Just going to hold us back a little bit, but as I said, we're going to do what we can do. Stay with me till later on. I'm going to give Graeme his Christmas present. I know the time this comes out, it's going to be a little bit late for you guys to see, but he'll get it before Christmas. Right, before I reveal Graeme's Christmas present to you, I want to thank you lot. Thank you so much for coming back each week, or if you're new, for coming and watching my videos from the very start. This was totally new to me at the start of the year, and I've grown to really enjoy it and seeing the same comments and see same people coming back each week. I've also loved getting to meet a lot of you at Plantworks, Vegas, Con Expo, them kind of shows as well. It's been really good and I'm looking forward to seeing more of you next year too. There will be a video out with my highlights of 2023 and what to look forward to in 2024, so look out for that. The biggest lesson I've learned in 2023 is look after the ones who are there for you and keep your circles small. And that's what exactly I do. I don't have many pals, I've got such a small circle. I've got loads of followers and I appreciate all you guys so much. But when it comes to friends, Graeme has been one of my best friends. He's been my best friend out through school. He's been working with us this year. So he's been helping us at work with my dad. He's been helping me on social media through shoots and supporting me. And not only that, he's been there for me personally too. He has got me through some tough times. So I knew that he needed a new bucket for his GIS 130. He's moaned about it all year and I have managed to pull it off and get him this brand new Strictland bucket. Look at that. I love giving. I got him AirPods for his birthday and he uses them every single day and he loves them, so I don't know what he's actually going to say about this. I feel so happy that I managed to pull this off. Thank you so much to Strictland for making it happen. Also give me goodies as well. I've got a goodie bag in there I'm going to give to him. I was going to give it to my dad, but I'm going to give it to Graeme. And I'll get him some beer as well. So he's actually working for another contractor just now, McCall's, and doing Forest Road. So after work he's going to come down. I told him that he has to come down with his trailer to pick up some pipes for me. He doesn't have a clue that this is sitting here waiting for him. So it will be dark, but stay with it to see his reaction. I was going to do something really cheesy for him and have it wrapped up sitting here. But it's been a storm today, there's been power cuts, there's been trees down, it's wild. So that's not going to last, and he'll hate that. He hates cringy stuff like that. So I'm just going to have it on the end of mine and pretend it's my new bucket and then drop it on his trailer. Finger crossed it all goes to plan and hopefully it's not too far away.
Alright, your bucket?
Yeah. Do you like it?
It's alright, I could get that.
It's your Christmas present.
Oh wait. No, that's not awful.
Do you want it?
Huh?
It is actually yours.
No, it's
It is. You were moaning.
Eh?
You were moaning for ages wanting a new bucket. So I went and got you one.
your arse.
I did. Strickland sent it up for me. Do you want it?
Alright.
Okay. Right, you can take the honour and load it on your trailer then.
Definitely mine now.
100% yours. Don't say I'm not good to you. Am I good to you?
Yeah.
Where's your GIS?
No,
Oh, is it?
it's still there.
Are you going to take it there? Or are you just going to take this back to the house?
Not tonight.
Well, that's me, job done. I think Graeme was happy enough with that. I'm definitely happy to give it to him. And again, thank you to Strictland for making this happen for me. I really appreciate the last minute of it as well. So yeah, that's me all done for the year. I'll see you next year. I hope you have a very good new year and wish you all the best for 2024. Thanks again, guys. a hydro cable. Not touchline poles. I was being very cocky there. We're all good. It's back to